let's take a look at the most important part of the house for an athlete.
Let's head down to the gym.
My personal gym, 24/7, I can hop into my suffering sanctuary and get after it whenever I want.
How often do you work out?
I'm training mixed martial arts every single day. Monday, Tuesday, we're doing MMA stuff. Wednesday, I'll do my strength and conditioning. Thursday night, we do individual MMA stuff. And then Friday afternoon, I will do my strength workout.
How do you train to prepare for a UFC fight?
Do a lot of strength plus speed equals power, where we're lifting weights and then we are taking the weights off and then we're doing something explosive to create power. My fights are always explosive. I try to be as powerful as I possibly can. So I've been trying to do that over the last 22 years and it's worked out really well for me.
How has your training evolved over time?
When I first really started lifting weights, I really focused on just kind of static strength movements to get stronger. And I've been lifting weights, for 20 something years. I focus a lot more now on functional movements, fast, powerful, explosive movements, so I can step into the octagon and be as fast, powerful, and explosive as I can. Also, listen to your body. I use a roller every single day. I do think that my longevity in the sport is definitely attributed to my attention to detail of myofascial release and using my roller every day. So make sure you have a roller, use it every single day.
I've been working this hard, I've been working like this for a long time, but now it's just a lot more calculated. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to the gym to get in a lift anymore. Now I'm doing the functional lifts that are actually going to help me in a fight. So when I grab you, it feels like a gorilla just grabbed you.
What's the hardest thing about training for the UFC?
It's the fact that you knowing that you have to train for the world. Everybody in the world is gunning for you. They only have to train for one guy. You have to train for everybody.
What's your favorite type of workout?
It would just be a wrestling practice, a hard wrestling practice. There's this thing that we do, I used to do in college called plate pinches. So I would get 2 plates and I would pinch them together and I would try to hold them for as long as I possibly could until either my fingers were about to fall off or I dropped the plates.
What kind of training would it take to fight Conor McGregor?
They should be asking Conor McGregor what type of training it would take him to fight me. Just looking for someone to fight that would make him relevant again, so yeah.
Welcome to my gym. Today we wanna do some exercise to prepare for my fight.
Here, what we're gonna do is I put the band resistant to Canelo. I give the resistant back and he will do some steps for 1 minute. That's the first exercise. Here we do little cardio. We put the left leg in front and he has to go fast for 30 seconds. Then he change the leg and then he go fast. Here he work his quadriceps to have proprioception. I go back, I pull, and he has to run fast. We do 2 kinds of. One is take the knee up and go fast, and the other one, explosive, run. In boxing, it's so important, legs, because the power comes in the legs. The position is like that, and all the resistance and the power of punch is in the leg.
Off-season training, I'm not really beating my body up. It's more just about maintaining a good level of fitness, obviously a good level of strength, a lot of strength conditioning. But that helps prevent with injuries also, and improve my learning as far as mixed martial arts. But outside mixed martial arts, it's more about my strength and overall fitness. My first exercise will be bench press, general strength. You also get a little cardio element of it, because you're pairing the sets together. And again, loads of high reps in. Heavy weights like chest, 10, 10, 10, then rest. The muscle endurance translates into the ring as far as mixed martial arts is a mixture of sports. So when 2 muscles are firing at the same time, it can all be beneficial. Into explosive movement, ball slams, which is basically a fight. You're going from being in a wrestling position with more tension, then into explosive, which is striking, moving. So I think the deadlift into ball slam mimics that a little bit. My finisher normally a sprint, 10 sprint, 20 rest, 5 times. When I'm in training camp, it varies. In general, just maintaining that overall fitness.
I
work out sometimes with friends. Sometimes I work out with myself. I love working with myself. That's why I work out at home, in my garage, in my backyard. Being there, put some music or some headset, do some jumping rope, some fitness stuff, some exercise. I love those stuff. You know, I've been doing that since I was a kid. It's like every day, some day, twice a day. It's depend of the training section. Sometimes it could be in the strength and conditioning that you will find is intense workout. Sometimes it could be in the wrestling section. Sometimes it could be in the boxing section. So it's really depend. You know, at some point you might say, oh, I was fighting because I was hungry, I needed money. I was fighting because I was so passionate about fight. But over time, when you get higher and higher, your motivation, it evolves. Today, my whole country stand up. People from all around the world stand up to watch me, to support me. So I have to do my best to give them the best outcome of their support. That's kind of like my motivation.
I try to work out 3 times a week, about an hour a day, but I compact everything with jumping rope, hitting the speed bag, maybe running or cycling.
What's your favorite part of working out?
Favorite part has to be the result. Transformation in your mind, body, and soul is pretty crazy. One thing about me is that I have to work out with somebody else. I sometimes need that motivation. I need that push. When I see somebody working out harder than me, then I can like step it up. The adrenaline kicks in. So yeah, and it's fun working out with people, with friends, with family.
What are your fitness goals?
Just to keep feeling young. You know, as much as I work out, whether it's 5 minutes or an hour a day, for me, it's all about maintaining that discipline.
And he'll go for 3 repetitions of the deadlifts, and then he'll go 3 repetitions of the box squats. And he'll repeat that for about 5 minutes. But then when he's done with the 5 minutes, the goal is again to re-emphasize, to re-stimulate that neuromuscular system, and to go in some high kicks and loosen up the body that was just under tension, and then really then go into overspeed work and work his feet so that they can get up and get ready to go, so that again, in a fight, when you're in that situation, the mind kind of understands and the body what to do. So a little plyo swing here. CBA's gonna go about this for 30 seconds, and then he's gonna just march for 15. We're gonna repeat this for 5 minutes straight as well. Think of rebounding a lot. You know, this allows him to become more dynamic, more elastic in his movement, more explosive with deeper movement, to be squatting down, coming up, throwing his body into someone. His legs are more dynamic here.
It's great for stabilization. Definitely it's helped my knees out a lot more. Now that I have knee surgeries throughout my career, so these are one of my favorite ones. I hate the most. It's definitely one of the most beneficial.
In my opinion, by far, the greatest apparatus or machine designed for the posterior chain, for the hamstring, for your posterior cruciate ligament, all that back here. It allows you, it just really creates the strength in your hamstring based on the load that you put on it. And so he'll do this for about 5 minutes and a repetition every 10 seconds or so. So he'll get about 30 repetitions in about a 5 minute period.
We get flexibility, we get fast twitch, so it hits every angle as you show you, we just don't lift. We get our money's worth. We do 35 minutes of different workouts here, and thank God we have what we have here, and they definitely helped my career.